black and white photography. We love it, don't we? There's something really special about the grayscale. Just black, white, and everything sprinkled in between. So what do you need to do black and white photography? A really expensive camera, right? Nope. Your iPhone's got a black and white mode, right? Yep. So that's all you got to do, turn it on. Nope. Look, it isn't just a matter of turning on the monochrome, the black and white, the grayscale, whatever they call it, mode in your camera. That's not what black and white's all about. Black and white is about observing tone. And yes, you know, with a better camera, you're going to get a better image. But that's not to say that just with an iPhone, you can't create something really quite special. I personally take quite a lot of pictures when I'm out and about. I just see something, I don't have a camera with me, I'm not on a shoot, but I see something and I think, I've just got to snap it. That photography part of me just won't let it escape. So I take a little snap on my phone. But then when I get back and do some editing on it, I can really get just as enthusiastic about that image than I can if I'd have taken out a Hasselblad or a medium format Fuji digital or whatever. Look, I'm going to show you now an image, this one on the screen behind me, that I just shot when I was just taking a walk down by the beach. Didn't have anything with me, but the light, it was sublimely good. So I thought, look, I can take a beach shot. And then I saw these dog walkers, beautiful silhouettes against the light, the sun in the background. So I took the picture and brought it back. I'm going to show you now how I go about editing a black and white. It's not just about turning the camera into black and white mode. I took this in color and then grayscaled it afterwards and started the work on the image. It's not difficult. It's really quite good fun to learn this kind of editing. So join me, let's have a look how we made this image. Right then, here's the finished image. This is the black and white. I'm happy with this beach scene, these dog walkers and that sublime sunlight over the sea. So here's the original picture from the iPhone. That's it. And first thing to do was straighten up and decide how I was going to crop it. Now, cropping, the forgotten art in photography. You can make a picture look completely different with cropping. I'm trying a few things here. I'm trying that wide letterbox. Now I'm trying a wide square, if there's such a thing as a wide square. You know what I mean? Slightly wider than square. But no, square it is for me. I'm going to grayscale it. I think it works well as a square. And the first thing I'm going to do, look, is cut out across the sea and the sky. I'm going to modify it by 120 pixels and take the levels down, really darken it down. So I've got a different effect. Next thing I'm going to do is get the dodge tool and start working on these highlights on the foam, on the sea and around where the sunlight is hitting. Just lighten up that sea. I need the sky to go much darker than this actually. I might have to, I think, cut that sky out. Let's get the lasso tool, cut the sky out and take that darker. Yeah, that's a lot better, but I'm losing the ships. Look, I think I'm going to have to do this with the burning tool. Let's get the burning tool up. That's it. And selectively darken the areas, but I'll leave a little bit of light round the horizon. Oh no, try it again. That's it. That's better. So I'm leaving a little bit of sunlight spilling on the horizon so I can still see those ships. Look, there we go. I'm going to dodge that back in again. There we go. That's better. Put a bit of light on the horizon, but we get those dark clouds happening. And now I'm going to cut out the foreground, the beach scene. Can you see how I'm treating this as three different pictures? The sky, the sea and the sand. So now I'm working on the sand and I'm really going to take that dark because again I want to use the dodging tool to lighten the areas I want light. You see, if you just do it as a whole, the whole thing goes light. But if I take it dark and then dodge selectively, I can choose the bits that I want the sunlight to hit. Can you see I've got the sunlight in the middle here hitting those people and sort of making the most of their shadows, but not so much at the bottom of the picture. I'm going to put a few highlights on. Now I've got the dodge tool set to highlights only and the burn tool to shadows only.
I'm going to put a little black frame around it there, and I think actually make the canvas a bit bigger, put a bit of white, make it look like it's a printed black and white on some photographic paper. And yeah, I'm just going to tweak it. Now it's on the white, and there we go. There's the finished image. And that was just from that simple iPhone image. So you see, you can get a good black and white. It's not the same as film. It is really different to film. Film has a whole load of other qualities that you can simulate with this. You can make it look a bit like it, but you can't actually replicate actually shooting on film. First of all, there's a whole process of what film is like to use, to feel. A film camera feels very different, and the whole process of processing the film, if you'll excuse the pun, and printing it, scanning it in, whatever you're doing. But film is very different. If you'd like to know how different, I went out on a beach and shot with an old camera and a digital camera, two pretty old cameras actually, both priced around about the same amount. I think they were both about 100 quid, and I tried really hard to make the film look most like film that I could, and the digital more like digital. So if you'd like to see the difference between the same pictures shot on film and then shot on digital and converted to black and white, it's really interesting, that film. Check it out. Here's the link here.